This crafty DIY is for girls who treat coffee like a personality trait. Hey everybody, it's Whitney with Girl Friday Crafts. Welcome to the My Coffee House YouTube collaboration hosted by Shabby Meets Bling, Sparks of Joy, Up All Night Creations, and The Painted Peach. We are bringing you all manner of coffee-themed projects for your caffeine-induced creative bursts of energy. We hope you enjoy all of them. Make sure you follow all along the playlist. The link is in the video description. Like, comment, share with your family, with your friends, with your local barista, whoever you think might get a kick out of some of these projects. And obviously, subscribe if you want to see more of our content. Thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoy. So the collab theme, let's pull up Instagram here because I'm gonna get it wrong and I wanna say it right. Although I will drop you guys the link for that, but let's see, it's called My Coffee House. That is the collab theme. So all coffee themed designs. So we're going to do two different things today. We are going to use the Friends. I'd rather be watching Friends with the couch on it because we have now this perfect little marmalade color, which I think is going to be great. Oh, okay, totally off topic. How cute is that? That is from the January Club Couture project. I did a video the other day on how to create your own ephemera. And I think that's so cute. I can't wait to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Okay, so that is the first project that we're going to do. And then the second one we're going to do, we're going to combine a traditional transfer with the heat transfer. So we're going to use the Just a Girl That Loves Coffee. And then we're going to cut out some of these coffee mugs, these heat transfer coffee mugs, and we're going to put those on the tote bag. So we're going to start with the Just a Girl That Loves Coffee because I have to do that in stages, and that'll be good because then we can work on the Friends one in between. So this is the Coffee Lover transfer. This is from this year. I think it came out with like the Valentine's Day stuff. And the nice thing about textiles is you don't have to fuzz anything. So we're going to just eyeball that. Oh, I forgot to put my ink on there. I tried to pick some colors that would go with the colors that are on the heat transfer. So we're going to use some espresso. We are going to use some ink there. We're going to use Peach Keen. And I think we're going to use Sage. I don't think I'm going to pull any of the blue in. This is the only blue that I have. And I feel like that's just a little too bright for these muted colors. Although I'm not entirely sure how well that Peachy Keen is going to show up. And it would be fun. Oh, do I have? Oh, I do. Okay. Could get really crazy and just do that in espresso and then coffee in espresso to do it. Slow and easy. And let's see, get my backer sheet ready. And just Pull that up nice and slow. Huh. That's really cute. I am happy with those colors. And then, so that tote bag is going to dry. We might have to take my drying tool to it a little bit before we do the heat transfers, but I'm going to let that dry. And then while that's drying, we're going to put our I'd Rather Be Watching Friends on this one. This one is going to be all paste because of my color choices. There is a transfer that says I speak fluent friends quotes. Actually, let me pull that out because I have it right here. So there's this transfer, so that would look really cute on the other side, or even just the Friends logo part of it on the other side. And we're going to do this in Marmalade, which was the March color of the month. I think that's going to be a good color for that couch. If I had rust, oh, hold please. As soon as I said rust out loud, I remembered this. This is called Cozy. Really? Thought I had one already open. This was a color of the month from last year. So it's not quite as orange, but it's a shimmer, which I think would be really fun. Okay. I like the idea of having some shimmer on this. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do the wording in ash. Because I don't want it to be black, but I want it to be dark. And I just used this. That's what I used on that little piece of ephemera that I showed you. And I'm going to go heavy so that the canvas really absorbs. Again, this is paste, so cannot be machine washed. Pull that up. And there we go. Hee hee. Love it. Love it. I love it. Okay. Move that carefully out of my way. Okay, so that's dry. Just perfect. And so now we'll just have to figure out what we want off of the heat transfer and where. So I have a weird circle cut out of this one because I used this on one of the chalk coasters to test it out. Last month, I think, in a live, I was experimenting with the heat transfers on non-sublimation surfaces. And so I didn't cut it out. I just laid it on top of the transfer, or laid it on top of the coaster and did it that way. So now we have to decide how we want to do this. Like, do I want to do clusters? Little clusters of coffee cups. So we could do that one like that. And that like that. Just a little bit. Okay, I like that down there. I think that looks like a little bit much. I wonder if I switch them. Put that up there and then this down here. Okay, so those are okay, but we're going to go with my original idea, which was just cut out a bunch of the individual cups. I am going to tape them with my transfer tape if I can figure out where the roll of transfer tape starts. So now the one thing that I struggle with the heat transfers, and if you've watched me do this before, you've heard me talk about it, is you're supposed to hold it in place for a minute. And for somebody who's used to heat transfer vinyl and all of that, like that just seems like forever to me. The one thing that I will say that I don't love about using my mini press is that for the pressure that you're supposed to put on a surface, it leaves the indentation of the mini press on the surface. And I don't love that. So my easy press would be better because I could press quite a bit more all at once, but it also takes up much more space on my desk. I don't have patience. So, oh yeah, that worked really well. Now it's interesting. There's still quite a bit of ink on that. My transfer tape's really liking to stick to the canvas bag here. Okay, that one I think could do with another press, so we're going to leave that. Now, this is canvas. You know, I have to fully acknowledge that this is not sublimation material. This is not cotton. It is not going to look the way that would normally look. Now, the transfers themselves, in this design, the colors are fairly muted. They're not super bright. So on this surface, it may look even more muted than how it looks, you know, on that backer sheet. But one thing that I am learning in just a little bit of time of doing this is you can kind of tell the difference between when the ink has really gone as much through as it's going to and when it hasn't. And that one looks like it could use a little bit of, now it's interesting. No, I think that one I held in place. So it's going to be curious to see. I'm going to be curious to see this one where I was really moving back and forth, what that does. All right. So I'm going to pop up on this one for like 30 seconds. Or maybe not full 30. Yeah, that looks a little better. Peel this up. That did good. That did good. I don't remember which way I went. Oh, no. That one needs a little bit. Right up here at the top. That one needs a little bit. So having that transfer tape too in both spots is helping, because if I lift just one edge of the tape and realize that it needs a little help, that other edge of the tape is keeping it in place. And so then I can just let it lay back down, and I don't have to necessarily worry about whether or not the design has moved. Sometimes it's all about where you put the pressure on the design too. So obviously I did not get enough pressure in that spot. There we go. That's what that's supposed to look like. All right. Over here. Oh no, that's not good. Just got paste all over my parchment paper. Okay. Worked really well. All right, here's our last one. Haha. Yay. Oh, I'm happy. Okay, perfect. Sorry for the noise. All right. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, there's that. And there is our friend's bag. So 2 lovely coffee shop themed projects. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed that a little bit. Maybe got a little bit of inspiration. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I will talk to you all later. Bye, everybody.